I'm on my way to get Ada now. So I bought those books that I wanted to show you, that I wanted to post about. Okay, so here's the first one, The Intellectual Life. And this is the one I'm reading right now. I'm going to start reading this one, besides the Tolstoy one, which is War and Peace, and a couple more books. But you know, I haven't started the Tolstoy one yet, so it's going to be a few minutes. But I'm going to try reading that one every day. And I got it on Audible so that my kids can listen to it, because I think it'll be important for them to listen to too. You know, it's really supposed to be a life changer. And I guess in a way teach you how to study and stuff too. Like, so it's got a lot of life skill stuff. It says, do you want to do intellectual work? He follows with the prescription. Begin by creating within you a zone of silence, a habit of recollection, and a will to reunification and detachment which puts you entirely at the disposal of work. Acquire the state of soul unburdened by desire and self-will, which is the state of grace of the intellectual worker. Well, it goes on, but I don't know. It just sounds like it would be a good book for them to learn. And a lot of people said that they wish they'd had read it when they were a lot younger. And then I got this Crime and Punishment book, which I don't know when I'll start it. Like maybe after that book. But I'm debating, because I really do want to read that one next, because it really sounded really important too. It's another philosophy book. But I got this one too, and it's actually smaller. So that's why I'm like, I wonder if I should read this one, then Crime and Punishment, because Crime and Punishment would take a lot longer than this thing. And yeah. But these books both sound pretty good. Can you see the title of this one? So there you go. Those are, but like I said, I'm gonna try to read this one for sure. The Life of the Intellectual. Plus read like a not so serious book. Plus I still need to finish reading Five Nights with Freddy with Aiden, and me and Raymond are reading that other book, you know, the Galaxy one. So I'm gonna try and read that one with Raymond, and then other stuff, but those are our main ones I'm thinking, okay? And so I'm reading a lot, as you can tell. I'm going to try to read a lot, and I want to, because I want to start studying too, and changing and growing, you know. Oh, but let me go on to the next thing I wanted to talk about. I finished that movie called How to Be Really Bad. It is a German movie, so it is basically subtitled, but it was good. Like, I was my kind of movie. I mean, it's cheesy, I'm not gonna lie. You might be going, oh my god, this movie is like way cheesy, but it's fun cheesy, you know? I mean, I don't know how to explain it. It's romantic, and it's kind of silly, and yeah, I just all the way around loved it. Basically, the devil's daughter, she wants to go to Earth so she can you know, do stuff, because she was kind of bored, you know what I mean? How teenagers are bored, doesn't want to stay and study, and this and that. So her husband, the devil, her father, says, okay, I'll give you 1 week to change this girl into being bad, and then you can stay and, you know, do your stuff on the Earth. Otherwise, you're gonna be stuck in, like, with your tutor cleaning the cellar or something like that, you know, and for their eternity. So she had, you know, and this family she's with, where the girl she has to corrupt, is like, you know, they're such a hippie family, you know, fun-loving and whatever. So I think it's not hard for her to like them right off the bat, kind of, even if she's like, what the heck? And then she also meets this bad boy. He's not really a bad boy. He's kind of in a sense a bad boy, that he's kind of like, you know, dresses like leather. Does he wear a leather jacket? I don't know. Maybe he doesn't, but he's got that, you know, kind of vibe, and doesn't, like, you know, does his own thing, you know, acts all cool, and doesn't like school and shit, right? But he's not a bad guy, because he's like, he did something to the bully in school, because there is a bully, right? And yeah, and like stole from him a watch or something. And then, yeah, and then he gave to the poor. So I'm saying, like, little Robin Hood thing there, you know? And, but she likes him, and he likes her, and it's so romantic, you know, just the kind of romance that's just right, you know? I don't know how to explain it. And then, of course, the girl that she's supposed to be bad, she has a little romance thing going on there, too, and it's kind of sweet also, you know? Like, yeah. But I do like the connection of her, you know, Greta. I think, yeah, I want to say Greta's the bad girl. Maybe she's not. Oh, I don't remember if that was her name or the good girl's name. But, yeah. The star of the show, you know, the devil's daughter, she's, you know, it's just so cute the way, you know, she didn't know how to ride a bicycle, so you should have seen her trying to pretend to ride this bicycle, and she's wobbling back and forth, and he's like, you haven't rode a bike before? Oh Lord. But yeah, like I said, you just have to watch it, because it's definitely worth a watch, I think, you know. I basically saw a trailer for it off of YouTube, and people were talking about it, and then I had read some of the messages on the thingy, and I was like, oh my god. So I had to put it on my list to watch. And there's another one, Damsel, where the, you know, the prince throws his princess to the dragon to eat. You know, that one looks really good too, so it's one of the other ones I want to see, you know. But yeah, I mean, that, like I said, some of these foreign movies are really good, you know. And that one just was, you know, like I said, you might find it cheesy, but it's just sweet in a way. But yeah. Anyway, you know, that's all I wanted to talk about, I guess, because I'm still driving and I'm having a hard time concentrating. When I look, I'm gonna have a car accident. I'm already going, I have to go back to work tomorrow. That's the only bad thing about days off. You just don't ever want to go back to work. I'd rather just stay home forever. But then again, I do like working. It's not like I don't like it, because I do like the money. You know what I mean? And it does, you know, if you stay home all the time, which is nice, it does get lonely. You know, you do get kind of whatever. You know, like sometimes you do need to get out there. You know? And it's so crazy. It's like, I guess Aiden, yesterday, alright, he was supposed to work 10 to 6, and I was going to pick him up after work. Then he calls me sometimes and says, oh Mom, I'm going to work till 8. I was like, cool. He calls me around 7, like almost 7, maybe it was like 6:45. He's like, you know, I was like, oh, what's up? He's like, I want to can you pick me up? And I'm like, yeah. Because apparently, okay, he was going to work until 8 o'clock, but okay, Regina came in, and he said they were having a great time working, it was fine. Then she only worked like an hour, and then she started talking about cutting out and leaving. And he knew the reason he was there was because somebody else had called in and wasn't coming in, right? So he's like, hell no. I've been here for 10 hours, you know, I've been here since 10 a.m. I am not closing this place. You know what I mean? That means he would have been there like 12 hours plus, because it wouldn't be till just 10. It would be later than 10, you know? And he's like, no way in hell. So he goes and tells her that he's gonna leave, but he lies and says that the guy's coming in, right? Even though he knows he's not coming in. He's like, he asked her, because he didn't want her to feel like, you know what? So he's like, is there anything you need me to do? And she said, can you do all the dishes? And he said, yes. So he did. He didn't just want to leave her with, you know, all the work. He wanted to help her out, you know? So I thought, that's really nice of him, you know? Then he gets a call later from his boss. You know, about how he just bails. He's like, communicate, right? He's like, yeah, you want me to communicate and say that, you know, what's her name is planning on leaving. So I'm like, he didn't say all that. He just didn't say shit because he didn't want, you know. But yeah, he's like, no way, you know. See, I was like, yeah, you ought to have told her. Yeah, that girl was planning on leaving. She'd only been there an hour. Then all of a sudden she decided she doesn't want to work anymore. And that's what he gets sick of. He said everyone's unreliable. Even Tommy, you know, who is already rethinking quitting because he's so sick of it. You know what I mean? Like yesterday, because he had to work 2 hours yesterday till 8 o'clock again. And he's like, you're covering Regina's shift. You should be here till 9:30. And Aiden didn't say it, but he kind of got a little tick because he's like, you know what? I was here. He's like, I was here till 10 a.m. I'm giving you a favor being 2, and technically he didn't leave at 8. He left like at 8:30, you know, because we couldn't pick him. He had to work a little later because they were busy, and we had to pick him up, and we were behind because we had an order. It took us pretty damn far away, and so, you know, we didn't get there till like 8:30, and he still was working when we got there, you know what I mean? So I knew they were kind of busy, so I knew he couldn't just bail. So, but my husband was ticked about it. He's like, and I'm like, you know what? We're the ones that were late. So of course this guy helped his teammate. You leave his, you know what I mean? That's why he wants to leave when he's done and ready, because you don't, then you get stuck there, and then all of a sudden people keep coming in and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's not his fault. But it kind of pissed me off that my husband got mad about it. You know what I mean? Like, he got mad about it, pissed me off, but you know, anyway, the whole thing was that he kind of got, so Aiden was kind of upset, but Tommy's like, dude, I stayed longer. You're lucky I stayed that long. I could have been out there at 6 o'clock. But, so I think Tommy's getting tired of it too, because him, like I said, him, Tommy, the only reliable ones are the ones that are getting called in now. They're the ones working the fucking longest hours. And Aiden especially, because that's it, you know? So Aiden's really sick and tired of it. He's ready to quit too. He's like, I mean, he's like, if Tommy quits, I'm done. I'm quitting too. I'm freaking done. But he's having his doubts. You know what I mean? Because he knows that Subway is a good place to work. It's just sometimes the bullshit of the unreliable workers, you know, that say they want to work and then calling out all the time, you know, and not having enough people wanting to do anything besides sit on their asses, you know, while you're doing all the work. And he says it doesn't help too. Like, he used to get tips. He says people feel sorry for you when you're by yourself and having to take orders. Then they'll give you better tips. But because they know that lady, the boss, is there that could be helping but ain't doing shit, Aiden says he's not getting any tips anymore because they don't feel sorry for him, because they just go, there's that lady there, how come she ain't doing shit? You know what I'm saying? But of course she's the manager, so she doesn't really have to. But you know what I mean? So they don't feel sorry for him, that he has to work his ass off making these sandwiches still, you know. But they're like, oh, that lady there is just lazy. So I guess they don't want to give her a tip, so when they ruins his tips. So, you know, he said, yeah, the tips have been kind of even worse than normal, because they, even if she's not there, they just assume she's back there now, hiding. You know what I mean? Just back there hiding. So that tells you how sad it is in some way. I'm like, oh, God. Yeah, Aiden's having a rough time, really, you know? So, like I said, he's trying to stick it out. He's even trying to go to a different store, maybe, if possible. But, you know, the odds are against it, because they desperately need him over here, because they ain't got no damn good workers. So, you know, it's really sad. But what can you do, you know? What can you do? But, yeah. So anyway, yeah. So I really did like that movie on Netflix. And, oh my goodness. Yeah, it was just really good. But we'll see how these book readings go and everything. If I get my life in order, I'm trying to clean too. I'm just so overwhelmed. I'm so overwhelmed, you know. And today I slept in. I didn't even go to church because I've got to admit, I'm back to being a little depressed in my head. That's the other reason, I guess, to go to work. You know what I mean? You go, you do your job, you go home. It's like a circle of endless bullshit. I don't know what would make me happy. Am I hoping these intellectual books will help me make me happy? I don't know. Maybe find some insight to why we should keep going on, you know? I don't know. What the hell is that thing? That's a strange thing. Anyway. There's some nice Indian people in a Tesla. It must be rented. Just kidding. This guy can drive. So there you go. At least this guy can drive. Not like that one guy in that Tesla here that almost ran me ass over, parked. Couldn't even fucking park a car. It was the scariest thing I'd ever seen in my entire life. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It was the worst driving I've ever seen in my entire life. I was like, how the hell did this guy make it to the store? How the hell did he make it? Because it was just the worst. I wish I could have filmed how bad it was. That should have been a YouTube thing. Like, everyone in this planet needed to see this guy's driving. You know, it was so bad. You would have had to see it to believe it. That's what I'm saying. You would have just had to see it to believe it. It was crazy. Yeah, crazy. Oh, and that's why our area's insurance is going up and up and up and up because of this shit. Anyway, like I said, it's not you that you have to worry about. It's the other drivers you have to worry about. That is the scariest part. It's not you. It's the other drivers. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna go there, but hopefully I don't get out soon so I can go home and do whatever. And my tires need air. Fuck, I gotta remember to get some freaking air. Because even now it says rear tires PSI, left is 34, right is 35, and what the hell are the front ones? I don't know. I'm assuming they'll have to be 40. I need to get air in all my fucking tires now. I'm like, fuck this car. So I might stop in the town and go and fill up the damn air. And I think the air conditioner's making some weird ass noises, which makes me really paranoid. Well, maybe that's something in the air conditioner, because like the air conditioner sounds normal, but there's... No, I think it is the air. There's another noise that's coming out of the air, like a weird leak thing, you know? It's very strange. Okay, I'm signing off because I know this is boring. But I just wanted to see what books I was going to be reading. And I got one more coming in. It has to do with happiness. I can't remember what it's called. But happiness is one of the titles of it. And yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I still haven't got my other 2 library books, still haven't come in yet. And I don't know. But I'll talk to you later.